Burkina Faso, Laural, Abdoul, Zore.
Welcome everybody to the night session, day 4 of the IBA Men's World Boxing Championships, and that is the bout schedule for you. We start off in the 57 kilogram featherweight division, then onto the light welters, and then the light middleweights.
Italy, the United Arab Emirates, Latvia and Sri Lanka.
And our opening contest sees Niven Chemben in the red corner from Mauritius, who got to the last stage of the All Africas in 2024, boxed at the Commonwealth Games in 2022. He is taking on Abdoul Zore of Burkina Faso. 30 years old, has campaigned mainly at domestic level, looking to make that step up. ...12 scheduled bouts coming our way. Interesting first session. Some very, very close fights. The observer and evaluator scores needed on numerous occasions. A stunning knockout to finish things as well in our final fight from Martinez of Spain. So here we have Chemben of Mauritius in the red and Zore of Burkina Faso in the blue.
Round 1.
Good 1-2 there from Chemben. Quite a big height advantage there for Chemben as he goes down to the body. He's a lot more experienced, as I outlined at the start. Nice left hand to the body. Almost swinging himself off his feet there, Zore, with that left hook. Nice combination from Chemben. Good right hand to the side of the head there from Chemben as well. Midway through round 1. There's a bit of a golfing ability between these two from what we've seen so far. And again, that's a big lead hook, and he caught a right hand and he shipped another right hand there. He's on shaky legs. The referee is going to give, well, I thought he was going to give a standing count there. He's saying that the punch was delivered with the inside of the glove, but that hurt Zore, no question about it. As he went back towards the corner, he's in a bit of trouble here. A minute remaining in round 1, and Chemben knows it, and he needs to just disentangle himself. He threw that big lead left hook, caught a right hand, and he did well to stay on his feet. And again, he's just throwing here on instinct, I think. Just reverting to what comes naturally, and for boxers, that is to fight. Good right hand again there from Chemben. Referee needs to be aware here. I thought he was going to give the standing count. That's why I thought that he'd stop proceedings a little bit earlier on. Well, here he comes, though, Zore, trying to let those hands go himself. But just looking at him over the shoulder there of Chemben, for me, there's a slight glazed look in the eyes there. End of the round approaching, trying to chop down with the right hand there. Chemben doesn't quite manage to land it. And again, he just lets go with that wild lead left hook that leaves him completely open. Didn't manage to land it. The bell goes to the end of the round, and he's in a bit of trouble here, I think, our man in the blue corner, but he's managed to get through it. was when he led off with a big lead left hook that he found himself in trouble. There's 3 10-8s there, and I completely understand that from Kyrgyzstan, Italy and Latvia. I'd have gone 10-8 myself, I think. That was a very clear round win. And if Chemben goes after this...
Seconds out.
I think he could get the stoppage here. And he doesn't necessarily really have to go after it, because I think that Zore is going to come out and swing.
Round 2.
Box.
Looking for the big right hand there, Zore, and again with the left. Caught by a left hook on the inside as he just looked to try and pull back there. That chin comes up in the air from Zore when he lets that left hand go. Sometimes when he lets that right hand go as well, and there's that lead left hook, and that's what he has to look out for, Chemben, because that's his real opportunity to attack. Good combination to the body there from Chemben. He's got some grit, Zore. He really has. Got a bit closer there, Zore, and that's more where he needs to be. But he's navigating this round pretty well so far, actually. I did fear for him a bit, but I think that minute in between rounds has cleared his head just enough. But again, there, as he comes wandering forward, that's where he's in danger, because Chemben can just pick him off. Or at least there's a distinct possibility of that. Good right hand there from Zore, letting them go. Right hand came back from Chemben. And considering the circumstances, he's having a good round here, Zore, because he was buzzed in that first round. There's no doubt in my mind about that. Chemben didn't really land too heavy at any point during that round. And Zore worked really hard, kept his opponent occupied, was pretty wild and open at times, but didn't catch anything too serious. 10-9s across the board, so Chemben is all but through to the next round. And the name of the game for him here really is just get through this third round without any kind of mishap, head clashes, cuts, anything like that.
Third and final round.
He doesn't need to go for broke here. almost timed the right hand there, Chemben. Now that chin comes up again as he throws those hands. He just needs to refine that technique a bit. Zore, as I say, he's got some minerals. He's got that resilience that you need. He's definitely willing to fight, but he is quite open a lot of the time. But as I said at the start, this is a step up for him. Right-handed to the body. He's not really gone to the body at all, Chemben, because he's always been looking to try and counter to the head. Good jab from the Mauritian. Heading into the final minute. And it's good to see Zore respond like this. He's going to make it through to the final bell here. And other than that punch that landed in the first round that definitely could put a dent in him, he's worn everything else pretty well, and having a decent finish here. He's tucking up well there, Chemben. Not too much is getting through. Zore working hard. And Chemben doing the right thing in his final round. I talked about it before the start of the round. He doesn't need to be a hero here and try and go out and throw a ton of leather. He just wants to get through to the next round. No cuts, no scrapes, no scratches, no injuries. Left hand there from Zore, catches him on the retreat, and he reached out to grab the top rope there. I don't know why a knockdown wasn't given there, because a left hand just saw those feet disappear from underneath him, and down he went. Not that it would have made any real difference. And Niven Chemben will go through to the next stage. He looks a good, organised fighter.
Ladies and gentlemen, this decision goes in favor of your winner via unanimous decision. In the red corner, representing Mauritius, Niven Chemben.
So clean sweep. All three rounds with all five judges, some 10-8s there. In that first round, 10-9s, rounds 2 and 3. And it was that left hook that got him into a little bit of trouble in the opening round.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest in Ring A is in the 57-kilogram featherweight division. Your referee in charge of this contest from Colombia is Juan Carlos Fernandez Mora. Introducing first into the red corner representing Armenia, Zhirayr Sargsyan.
Sargsyan of Armenia, boxing the World Youth back in 2016, 1-0 as a pro, good experience, good all-round experience.
And his opponent comes into the blue corner representing Comoros, Hassani Cheik.
From Chamberlac, Sargsyan.
Your judges for this contest come from Afghanistan, Romania, Egypt, Tajikistan and Kazakhstan.
Cheik boxed at the 2024 African Championships. So into the first round, Sargsyan Armenia in the red, Cheik Comoros in the blue. Lead left hook there was solid from Sargsyan, and it brought a nod of approval almost there, I think, from Cheik. That'll wake him up, certainly, if he's not already. Strong look to the Armenian fighter. Wide, muscular back on him. Got quite room for the right hand there from Sargsyan. You can see what he was trying to do, but he just got a little bit too close. By the time it landed, it was almost round the ear, almost on the back of the head. Not that there was any real weight to it. Cheik boxing mainly off the back foot here. Right hand from Sargsyan, working in behind the jab. Good body attack there from Sargsyan. Good tight guard. He's just not really able to have too much of an impact on him at the moment, Hassan Cheik. Left to the body. I think he felt that. You could see his face there, Cheik. And he's having to work hard here to keep Sargsyan off him. Sargsyan, economical, has got that guard up. He just walks in, defence is in place, and then when he gets close enough, he lets his hands go. And all of these punches that Cheik is throwing, I'm not saying they're not designed to hurt Sargsyan, but really it's just to try and cope with him. It's just to try and keep him off. Turning southpaw. Seeing if giving him a different look makes any difference. Dominant opening round there for the red corner.
Comment tu te sens, ça va? À chaque sortie, tu as vu, il fait le crochet là. D'accord? Eh oui, c'est ce qui vient la fouille. C'est ce qui veut, de temps en temps, chaque fois tu as les mains, ils sont.
And 3 scores of 10-8 there for Zhirayr, Sargsyan. And will he just turn the screw a bit in the second round?
Seconds out. Round 2.
Left hand on the inside there from Sargsyan, who was quick over to the other side of the ring. Left to the body from Sargsyan, chops down with the right hand. That was a bit round the back, I thought, as well. He's doing a better job of staying off the ropes in this round so far, Ben Cheik. Through that 1-2 there, taken on the gloves. It was not too long before Sargsyan again is on the front foot, but the fighter from Comoros has stepped into the middle of the ring a little bit more in this second round. I think he knows that he can't find himself penned in and trapped. Left to the body there from him. Sargsyan with the uppercut, then the left hand. Jab to the body. He's just going about his business here, Sargsyan. He's got a healthy lead from the first round, and he's winning this round as well. And as I've said a few times over the last few days, there's a lot of boxing to be done if you're going to go deep in a competition like this. Every fighter loves a stoppage, but there's no point going after it too hard if it's not really necessary. You want to try and keep as much in the tank as you can for when you really, really need it. That's a good-looking right hand there from Ben Cheik. Just got his feet a little bit closer and put more on it. I think he's growing in confidence a bit, actually, in this second round. He got those feet, as I say, just a little bit closer, gave himself a better chance of landing those shots. Most of what he threw did land on the gloves. A decent amount of it coming up short, but he was just edging in a bit there. There's a left hand that lands. He's lost the round. And he's lost it clearly, but I think in the first round he looked slightly panicky at times. That was the difference. And I think he just settled a bit in that second round. Maybe getting used to what Sargsyan is doing, not finding it easy to cope with by any stretch. 4 10-8s, and I understand the 10-8s because you score it 10-8 if it's a clear round win, and it was a clear round win. I thought the first round was maybe a bit clearer, but I'm very much splitting hairs there. But Ben Cheik, like I said, I think
Second
he just settled a bit in that second round. He was under it again, but the movement was just a little bit slower, a bit calmer.
Third and final round.
Right hand from Sargsyan, and then a left hand to the body. Ben Cheik just being pushed back now, but the first 30 or so seconds of that round he was fighting Sargsyan in the middle of the ring, not allowing himself to be pushed back quite so easily. Good right hand there from Sargsyan, just lost his balance slightly and the referee gives the standing count. He just clipped him with the right hand as he was trying to skirt down the ropes to his right hand side there, Ben Cheik, and the punch caused him to just become a little bit disorganised. The referee gives a standing count. Lovely body shot there from Sargsyan. I'm not sure it really hurt him, the standing count I mean. Sargsyan, I think, might just go after this a bit in the final minute. And there's another standing count, and the referee deciding to step in again there. And he's going to allow him to continue, which I think is a good decision. You often see referees stop it after a couple, but another one, and I think it will be over. Looking for a big overhand right there, Sargsyan. Ben Cheik just needs to get on his bike a little bit here. I don't think he's been hurt by those two punches, the punches that caused the standing counts. Right hand there, and the referee's having a good look at this. And he's decided to bring the contest to a halt. And Sargsyan does get that stoppage, not too far out from the tape, but he brought the pressure right from the very, very start. And in the end, it told. Good performance from him. I thought, actually, despite what happened at the end there, that Ben Cheik kind of grew into things a bit. All good experience. Maybe not a particularly enjoyable experience, but he can grow from that as a fighter. Sargsyan, good to watch. Front foot fighter.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by RSC in the third round. In the red corner, representing Armenia, Zhirayr Sargsyan.
So through he goes. Referee stopping the contest. I mentioned that he boxed in the 2016 World Youths. Sargsyan, Sachin, who we'll see next, won that competition. And this is our next one. Umid Rustamov of Azerbaijan up against Sachin of India.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest in Ring A is in the 57 kilogram featherweight division. Your referee in charge of this contest from Sri Lanka is Mohammad Safrask. Introducing first, coming to the ring in the red corner, representing IBN India, Sachin. And his opponent comes into the blue corner, representing Azerbaijan, Umid Rustamov. Your judges for this contest come from Serbia, the UAE, Palestine, Tunisia and Latvia.
Rustamov, 27 years old, good record. Boxed at 2 World Championships, 2023 and 2021. Won a couple of fights in Tashkent 2 years ago, then ran into Javier Ibanez, a European Junior Bronze in 2013.
Round one.
Sachin in the red. Rustamov of Azerbaijan in the blue. Orthodox against southpaw. And you look at the reach there of Sachin straight away. Long, spidery arms. And he's just circling around Rustamov at the minute, trying to find a home for that lead left hand. He'll dart in, land it, get back out again. Followed in with the right hand there. Balance went slightly. Looking for the combination on the inside, didn't quite get that right in terms of the distance, which is why one slips a little bit round the back. Feint with the front foot there from Sachin, then goes down to the body with a jab. Rustamov just staying measured here, and this is what you need to do against somebody like Sachin. There's arms all over the place. It's like a windmill at times, and you just can't be distracted. You know there's coming. Long right hand. Did get through there from Sachin. Rustamov can't quite find his timing yet. You can understand why. He needs to try and cut off the ring more. He's standing in the middle, and Sachin's circling around in one way, then the other, and he's kind of just turning with him. So the end of the first round, Sachin feels like he's done enough. He was certainly the busier of the two. He's a difficult fighter to get a read on, really. You feel like you know what he's going to do, but you're not completely sure how he's going to do it. Rustamov was trying to measure his punches a bit more. He did get through with a few. And Sachin is the kind of guy who maybe flatters to deceive a bit. There's a lot, as I say, there's a lot going on, but how much really lands, that's the job for the judges. And they've decided that he didn't land that much more than Rustamov. It's 3-2 the scoring, it's a split. And this could be one of those fights, I think.
Seconds out. Round 2.
Decent combination that from Sachin.
Hold it. Stop. Look, stop. Right. No, hold it.
I think Sachin felt that Rustamov just let go with one as he was falling in towards the blue corner there. That expression on his face told us that he wasn't too impressed, but Rustamov looking for the counter. That was a decent combination. Sachin back pedals, closes in, lets his own hands go. It's a messy kind of a fight.
Keep your head up.
Right hand into the body. And that's a legitimate knockdown. The punch caused the loss of balance, which caused the feet to go from underneath him. We've seen a few of those not given. A punch will land, and they'll knock a fighter off balance, then they'll trick to the canvas almost, and it doesn't get given. It should be given because it's a punch that started it. It hasn't hurt Rustamov, and no one's suggesting that it has, but it is a legitimate knockdown into the final minute of round 2. Sneaky right hand into the body, moving clockwise, counterclockwise, and Rustamov, as I say, is finding it difficult to cut that ring off. Well, that's the end of the second round. Similar kind of round to the first round. Rustamov, as I say, struggling to get to grips with Sachin here. And it looked to me like the Indian fighter had the better of that second round. He scraped it in the first round. 3 scores to 2. And he scraped it again. It's another 3-2, not quite the same way. So going into the final round, Sachin's 2 up with 2 judges.
Seconds out.
Rustamov's 2 up with 1 judge, and the other 2 are tied, so it's 2-1 and 2 tied. 2-1 to red and 2 tied.
Third and final round.
So it's all really on those 2 tied cards. Judges from Palestine and Tunisia. I don't think we're going to see 10-8s in this final round. Not judging by what we've seen so far, but we could, of course. Well, they're both just going for it here. Rustamov is looking to be more aggressive. There's that orthodox right to the body. Dips his knees, throws it straight. Rustamov lands the left. Sachin just backpedaling a bit. Balance almost going there. And this could well go to bout review if it's 3-2 with the 5 ringside judges. And of course we go for the 2 extra scores. There's a little bit of damage to the corner of the right eye there. Not much. 86 seconds remaining. I don't think this is going to be a problem. Rustamov almost finding room for the left hand. The right hand came back, and it's a standing count. It was a good shot, but it didn't have too much impact on him. The referee deciding to step in with a standing count. It's interesting, the judgment of the standing count. The referee's closer than anybody else. Some fighters look for a reaction. Rustamov say that he should get one there because he landed and you can see the legs stiffen of Sachin, and that's exactly what I was about to say. Some referees will give it on a solid punch, even if there's no real reaction. Others will see if there's a reaction, and that's what they'll base it on. For me, there needs to be some kind of reaction, that a fighter is hurt in some way. And you could argue that the punch landed on Sachin there was more worthy of a standing count than the one landed on Rustamov. It's all very subjective, and the referee has to make a decision in the blink of an eye. Just a reminder of the scores at the end of round 2. 2 cards in favour of Sachin, 1 in favour of Rustamov, and 2 drawn. And that 2-1 lead, that will stay, because whoever wins this round is going to win it 10-9. There's no 10-8s in there, you wouldn't say. So it's all down to those 2 drawn cards. Palestine and Tunisia are the judges. And if it finishes 3-2, with our scoring judges at ringside, remember, we go for the extra cards. And we are going to have a bout review, I can tell you that. We've got split scoring again in the 3rd round. I think Sachin feels like he's just done enough here. Rustamov, though, claiming victory. Nothing they do now will matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, after a bout review, the decision goes in favor of your winner by a split decision. In the red corner, representing IBN India, Sachin.
So Sachin gets it. He got it 3-2 with the 5 judges at ringside, and then the observer and the evaluator both went with him as well. So in the end, that 3-2 turned into 5-2. It was a close fight, a messy fight, a kind of awkward fight to score. I wouldn't argue with the winner there. He's a very hard man to get a hold of. Rolling back the years, you might say. It was Rustamov with the more recent relevant experience. And this is our final fight coming up in the featherweight division. After that, like we did in the evening session, we go into the light welters and then the light middles.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest in Ring A is in the 57 kilogram featherweight division. Your referee in charge of this contest from Armenia is Bagrat Avoyan. Introducing first into the red corner representing Uzbekistan, Khujanazar Nortojiev.
21-year-old from Uzbekistan, on an Asian youth gold, a world youth bronze, and Asian under-22 bronze, so pretty decorated.
And his opponent comes into the blue corner representing Sri Lanka, Rukmal ARACHCHIGE Podi. Your judges for this contest come to you from Romania, Azerbaijan, Italy, Afghanistan and Egypt.
Rukmal ARACHCHIGE Podi of Sri Lanka has had a lot of experience. Asian Championships, Asian Games, Commonwealth Games. Got the quarterfinals of the Asian Championships in 2021. Nortojiev, Uzbekistan in the red, Podi, Sri Lanka in the blue. This is our final fight at featherweight.
Round one.
Orthodox, the Uzbek fighter in the red. And the Sri Lankan, a southpaw. Nice quick start from the pair of them. Right hand into the body there from Nortojiev. Good start to this one. Both of these two looking to punch with a bit of authority on the inside. Nice counter there from the Sri Lankan. Good jab to the body from Nortojiev. Right hand comes up from Podi and then was rocked back by a right from Nortojiev. It's been good back and forth so far. Again, just swapping body shots. Right hand into the body there from Nortojiev. Lead left hand from the Uzbek. Into the final minute. And a good combination from him again. He's just beginning to get on top towards the later stages here. And again, he just dips his knees and puts that right hand into the pit of the stomach, holding his ground there though. Podi and throwing his own right hand, but the pressure bit by bit during this round has begun to tell, I think, on Podi. He's not coming apart or anything, but Nortojiev has stayed on him, the consistency of his punching, the accuracy of it. Right hand into the body again. Ten nines across the board there in favour of Nortojiev. He was doing his absolute best in there, ARACHCHIGE Podi, to give as good as he was getting. But the Uzbek fighter, the 21-year-old, incrementally, if you like,
Round two.
began to get on top of him. And can he keep that tempo high at the start of the second? Good right hand there from Nortojiev. End of the combination. And again, Podi is happy to commit here. He's not looking to go anywhere. Right hand catches him as he was on his way out. Slightly careless there, I guess you could say. Left hand comes back from Podi, but it doesn't bother Nortojiev at all. Digs down to the body. Kind of devilish smile on his face at times. Just tapping Podi on the top of the head there as he walks him back to the ropes. That was a bit naughty. That's good from Podi off the back foot, just working that right hand. He's got some skills, he's a decent fighter. Lead right hook catches Nortojiev on the way in, but again, he doesn't really blink. The problem he's got, Podi, is that he's in with a guy here who brings some serious heat. He's got solid technique. And that combination is a tricky one to deal with. Nice right hand into the body again there from Nortojiev. So there goes the bell. Another good round for the Uzbek. The 10-8s in there from Italy, Afghanistan and Egypt.
Seconds out. Third and final round.
So Nortojiev with a unassailable lead, you would say, heading into this third and final round. It's been enjoyable to watch him. And the standard from both of them is good. ARACHCHIGE Podi is, as I said before, a skillful fighter. He's got decent technique. Shape's good, holds himself together pretty well. He's managed to find some gaps at times. But this is a skill sport and he's up against somebody who is just better than him. There's no lack of effort on his part. But when work rate and fitness and all those kinds of things are even or roughly even, then the more skillful fighter will win. That's how sport works, and that's what we've got here. Right hand there from Nortojiev. Into the final minute. Good combination there from Nortojiev. Good fight and good performance from the pair of them actually, but particularly from Nortojiev. I've been looking forward to seeing him, 21-year-old. Hadn't seen him from ringside before, had heard good reports, had heard plenty about him. And he progresses through to the next round.
Ladies and gentlemen, the decision goes in favor of your winner via unanimous decision. In the red corner, representing Uzbekistan, Khujanazar Nortojiev.
So now we head into the light welterweight division, 63.5 kilos, and this is a good one we've got coming up here. Ibarreche CONDE of Spain up against Ilya Popov of Russia.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest in Ring A is in the 63.5 kilogram light welterweight division. Your referee for this contest from Palestine is Mohammed Abu Ramleh. Introducing first, coming into the red corner representing Spain, Zhirayr Conde Ibarreche.
Ibarreche, an Olympian from Paris, boxed at the World Boxing World Championships recently.
And his opponent comes into the blue corner representing Russia, Ilya Popov. Your judges for this contest come from Italy, Latvia, Kyrgyzstan, the UAE and Morocco.
Popov won Youth Olympic gold in 2018. As a senior, got to the quarterfinals of the World Championships. The year after that, ran into Andy Cruz. Won a Stranger gold in 2021. Has been in action once already. He beat Fiston Mbatha by unanimous decision. ...25 years old now, Popov. World Junior champ as well. Back in 2015, he had an incredible run of things in the juniors and the youths. Hasn't gone quite as well in the seniors, but there's still time. We've had some incredible Russian body shots in this ring. Evgeny Kool, Chamberlain Bishamov. Yesterday, Batliev.
Round one.
So two southpaws here. Ibarreche of Spain in the red, Popov of Russia in the blue. Just inching forward there, Popov. Ibarreche finds an exit. Feint there from Ibarreche. Tries to counter with the left hand off the back of the jab from Popov, who dips his knees and sends the 1-2 into the midriff. Russian supporters finding their voice. There's plenty in Dubai. A couple of flags up in the stands. Nice jabs to the body there from Popov. Left hand came back from Ibarreche. And again, the 1-2, long 1-2 to the body there from Popov. Both of these two kind of trusting their hand speed. Both feel that they're just that little bit quicker than the other. The dynamic of it, though, is that it's Popov on the front foot. Ibarreche claiming on there. Left-hand counter there from Popov landed, I think. Final few seconds of round one. And there's that 1-2. And again, he just raises the glove there, Ibarreche. I couldn't see whether that got through or not. He was blocked by his opponent. There goes the bell. Popov was a bit busier. As I said, he was the one more on the front foot. He threw more. I would say he connected more as well. So Popov with a split there, 4-1 in his favour.
Seconds out. Round two.
Both just coming forward there. The left hand came in from Popov. I think that collided with the forehead of Ibarreche as he was on his way in. Good left hand over the top there, though, from the Spanish fighter. Left to the body from Popov. And Ibarreche, I think, is looking to be a bit more aggressive in this round, looking to lead off a bit more. And that could change the dynamic. Good body attack there from Popov. Before that, there was a left from Ibarreche. Right to the body there from Ibarreche. Combination again there from Popov, but Ibarreche, I think, had the guard in place. The final punch there, though, got through, and then he just walked on to a left hand. This is really heating up. Body tack again there from Popov. Goes upstairs with the left hand. He started the round quick here, Ibarreche. Popov, I think, is beginning to take control a little bit more now. Jab to the body from Popov. Right hand there from Ibarreche was well placed just over the top of the glove of Popov. Comes back with a right into the body. And they've both just cranked things up a bit in this second round. Ibarreche with a right hand. 4-1 in favour of Popov, remember, that first round. Ibarreche Came out quick. I thought Popov towards the middle, towards the tail end, started to maybe take over a bit, but then right at the end there, final 30 seconds or so, Ibarreche back in it again. It's not an easy round to score, that one. It's a 4-1 split again for Popov, a slightly different way though, so he's got a 2-point lead with 3 judges. The other 2 scores are 19 apiece. And that's a healthy lead for him. So Ibarreche with a lot to do in this final round. He needed a bit more than that from that second round with the judges. Didn't quite get it, right into the stomach there from Ibarreche. Both of them landing good rights to the body. Looking for a left hand over the top there, Popov. Really good standard to this fight. They've been on each other all of the time, happy to trade in close quarters, comfortable in the pocket. Left hand from Popov there, just catching Ibarreche high on the head. Good technique as well. You look at the shape on them, they're both keeping things compact and tight. They don't leave many gaps, but they're skillful enough that they can still find them. Good left hand there from Ibarreche, straight left hand. Bit low, I think, those rights. Popov just saying to him, come on, let's keep them up a bit. The referee gets involved as well. Solid jabs being traded. Final 30 seconds. Popov ahead on 3 cards going into this final round. He'll keep those 3. There's no way Ibarreche's won this final round. 10-8. So he's going to get over the line here, the Russian. It's been a very good contest to watch. And there goes the bell. It was the one that stood out, really, when I looked at the schedule for tonight. They've done a lot in the sport, these two. There's plenty to come from them both as well. But between them, they've achieved an awful lot. And those Russian fans, I think, feeling like they're going to be celebrating a win fairly shortly, and I would agree with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the decision goes in favor of your winner via split decision. In the blue corner, representing Russia, Ilya Popov.
Popov gets it, a shake of hands between the two. It was 4-1 scoring in the third round as well, and a 4-1 split overall. 3 rounds that were all scored 4-1 to Popov, and that's how it was in the final analysis. He put a lot into that, Ibarreche. Could maybe got a bit more from the judges, but the right fighter got the decision there. But that was a fearsome battle. Two finely tuned, highly skilled boxers. Technically very competent, very fit, very tough. Technique held together. And neither one of them blinked or gave an inch. And it's one of those fights when you watch it, you can be fooled into thinking that maybe those punches don't hurt that much. Well, to ordinary people, they absolutely would, but to these athletes, somehow they're able to soak it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest in Ring A is in the 63.5 light welterweight division. Your referee for this contest from Kazakhstan is Ruslan Biboyev. Introducing first and coming into the red corner representing Libya, Yassin Alhuwayj.
The quarter-finalist of this year's Islamic Solidarity Games, Yassin Alhuwayj.
And his opponent comes into the blue corner representing the Republic of South Africa, Sinazelme Mbatha. Your judges for this contest come from Colombia, Romania, Azerbaijan, Afghanistan and Armenia.
Well, Mbatha, a bit of an unknown quantity. He does have some international experience. Not loads of it. So here we go, boxing out of the red corner representing Libya. That graphic at the bottom of the screen is wrong currently. We'll get that changed, just a slight glitch. But representing Libya, we have Yassin Alhuwayj in the red, and then Sinazelme Mbatha of South Africa in the blue. Just standing a bit tall there, Alhuwayj, as Mbatha was looking to try and close in on him. Good combination. But he was standing a bit tall again as he threw at Alhuwayj, and the right hand came back from Mbatha, so he's got to be careful here, Alhuwayj. So a minute in. Mbatha just trying to drive him back to the ropes, drive Alhuwayj back to the ropes. He's doing a reasonable job of it. He manages to land a left hand into the body. Good left hand there from Alhuwayj, and he comes straight off the ropes because I think he feels like he might have just stung Mbatha a little bit with that one. Right hand into the body there from Mbatha. Strong left hand from Mbatha. Landing a good left hand there, Alhuwayj, and he picked some quite decent punches from the outside. And Mbatha maybe just cramped himself for space, shut down his own space a bit at time, didn't give himself quite enough room. A 4-1 split there from the judges in favour of Alhuwayj.
Round 2.
And again, Mbatha just puts his head down and just looks to bore in and push Alhuwayj back to the ropes. And he did that a few times in that opening round, but if anything, he gets too tight. He smothers his own work. Alhuwayj with a decent hook on the move there, and then a little spin. The referee won't like that. The referee won't like that, and Alhuwayj would have known that straight away. Bit of showmanship. And again, Mbatha trying to let that right hand go. He does stand tall, Alhuwayj, as I said in the first round, but he kind of makes it work for him, because when Mbatha comes in, although he does wear the odd right hand like he did there, rather than meeting forehead to forehead, giving himself that little bit more room backing into the ropes allows him to bring that left hand up. And again, that's a good right hand, just catching Mbatha coming forward, throws a hook, moves as he's throwing it, step to the right, look for a bit of an angle with the uppercut. Some nice stuff here from Alhuwayj. He's got some variety. Left hand counter was a good shot, and again, a bit like the first round, he landed it and he liked it, and he just sprang forward there, and then I think maybe had a look at Mbatha, realised that maybe he wasn't hurt. Good left hand, knocks him onto his heels again there. He's closing out the round really well here, Yazin Alhuwayj. Well, split scores there, 3-10-9s in favour of Alhuwayj. I thought he won that round quite comfortably myself, but he's got a fairly comfortable lead going into the final round. He's up on 3 cards by 2 points. Mbatha is up on 1 card by 2 points.
Third and final round.
And there is 1 drawn, so a 3-1 lead, if you like, for Alhuwayj. So it's Mbatha really with it all to do here. And that's in our previous fight. The way this fight has gone, you can never rule out 10-8. Of course, anything can happen, but the context we've had up until this point, it'd be a surprise if somebody really dominated and won this final round clearly. Right hand there from Mbatha. They haven't quite engaged in this final round just yet in the way that I thought they might. That's good movement though from Alhuwayj. Right hand into the body, and a left there from Mbatha as well. Alhuwayj not been all that proactive here. Good strong left hand there. Most of the fight has been Mbatha coming on to him, but at times he stepped a bit more into the middle of the ring. He's just looking at the big screen there, but the one he's looking at is for the other ring, so that's not going to do him much good. 20 seconds remaining. He can afford to lose his final round 10-9, which I think he may well do. Well, there goes the bell. And we know that Alhuwayj had a 2-point lead with 3 of the judges going into that final round, and 3 is enough to get you a majority, although a 3-2 split, of course, does result in the 2 extra scores being added. And we'll see which way that final round went. Mbatha brought the heat as he did in the previous 2 rounds. I thought Alhuwayj, output-wise, just let things drop a bit from the first couple, but we'll see what those scoring judges made of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the decision goes in favour of your winner via split decision. In the red corner, representing Libya, Yassin Alhuwayj.
So Alhuwayj goes through, courtesy of that 4-1 split.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest in Ring A is in the 63.5 kilogram light welterweight division. Your referee in charge of this contest from Tunisia is Chokri Aridhi. Introducing first, boxing out of the red corner and representing IBN Puerto Rico, Julian Rivera Ortiz. And his opponent boxes out of the blue corner and represents Cape Verde, Admilson Carvalho. Your judges for this contest come from Tajikistan, Colombia, Egypt, Sri Lanka and Latvia.
Ortiz of Puerto Rico boxed in the 2023 Pan American Championships. And he will face off against Admilson Carvalho of Cape Verde. He's had one pro fight, took part in the African Olympic qualifiers in 2023. Ortiz in the red, Carvalho in the blue.
Round one.
Ortiz to southpaw. Carvalho in that orthodox stance. Ortiz looks like he's looking to let that left hand go pretty heavy. He's got it cocked and ready to go. Low lead right hand. More orthodox hand position there from Carvalho. Does offer a lot of body though. Those elbows just flaring away from the rib cage. Left hand into the body there from Ortiz. Looking to throw that jab hard. Everything he throws pretty hard by the look of him, Ortiz. Turned southpaw there and just caught Ortiz with a nice left hand. Did Carvalho. just tried to go over the top of the jab there, Carvalho, but you could see Ortiz was alive to it, just pulled his weight back. Into the final minutes. Right hand to the body there from Carvalho, who's just been tracking Ortiz down, trying to bring that pressure. Reverse 1-2 there, the left hand got through from the Cape Verdean. Left hand there from Ortiz, a couple of left hands. The first and the third, I think, scored. So a 4-1 split there in Carvalho's favour. The judges preferring there the educated pressure of the 26-year-old.
Seconds out.
Ortiz is quite sparing with the amount that he punches. Does tend to load up a bit. He tries to throw everything heavy.
Round 2.
Maybe needs to be just a little bit busier. Just let those hands go a bit more. Not everything has to be full force. Good body attack there from the start from him. But there again, Carvalho coming forward. Left hand into the body from Ortiz. Good left hand there from Carvalho. It's nice and loose. Right hand into the body. And they're very different like that. Ortiz just looking to let those hands go. The uppercut maybe got through, whereas he's quite tight and tense, Ortiz. He's got that kind of look to him. He wants to throw everything hard, like I said. Carvalho's got that more kind of loose, rubbery style where he slings the punches out, brings them back. Seems to absorb punches pretty effectively. Gum shields come out. So in southpaw there, Carvalho. And Ortiz needs this round. Needs to give himself a good chance going into the final round. Long jab there from Carvalho was probably just a little bit too short. And strong left hand. That was a hard left hand, and that's a standing count. And you can see the legs go a little bit there. And he just needs to slow down here. Just stay still for a minute. That's what Carvalho needs to do. Just take the count. That's better. Just backpedal. Just stay still. That gives your head the best chance of clearing because he's in a little bit of trouble here. One more solid blow. And Ortiz could really be in business. 30 seconds remaining in the round. That was a big shot. Strong left hand. He's been looking for it all fight, and he found it there. And you could see from the reaction of Carvalho that it really stung him. And I think that's what he needed there, Ortiz. That could be enough to turn that round in his favour. Looking to let the right hand go. And they described him as loose Carvalho. And I meant that as a plus, but he's that little bit more loose now. But that comes as a result of having been nailed with that left hand. That was a really good shot. And you could see the effect it had straight away. And that's where you need a standing counts. That's what it's there for. Straight down the middle, and he just lifts off to his left-hand side as he wheels away. Good resistance there from him to stay on his feet. And Ortiz gets it. He gets it, 10-9 on all the cards. This set up really nicely now. He's got a 2-point lead with one judge, and the other 4 cards are all 19 apiece. So it comes down to this final round. Ortiz with the wind in his sails. Carvalho's got to dig in here.
Seconds out. Third and final round.
So final round. First minute has already slipped by here, and it's all on the line. 4 drawn cards. Ortiz has got 1 in his pocket, you would say, with that 20-18 lead. So he's got that slight advantage. He hurt Carvalho towards the end of that second round. And that was a big turning point in the fight, I think. As I've been saying all along, he does look to punch hard with almost everything that he throws, and he landed that one, and you can see the effect it had. Nice looking jab there from Ortiz. Left hand lands up from low. Good jab again there, and the reactions are not quite the same from Carvalho now. He's a slightly easier target to find. Good to chop down with that left hand there, Ortiz. And the pressure from Carvalho isn't quite the same. He digs his toes in there, Ortiz, and lands the combination. And he's having a good round here. A minute to go. And that strong left hand has really changed everything. He has got what you would describe as a pro style, Ortiz, certainly. Maybe not really suited to a 3-round fight, to be honest, because, as I say, he looks to pick his punches and punch hard, and it is possible definitely to outwork him, because Carvalho, the first couple of rounds until he got hit, until he got nailed with that left hand, was outworking him. But this has been a clear round win for Ortiz, this final round. So there goes the bell, and he celebrates Ortiz. A glove race there from Carvalho, but Ortiz's confidence there is justified. He had one of those cards in his pocket pretty much at the start of the round with that 20-18 lead. The other 4 were poised at 19 each. I'd imagine he's taken all of them to earn himself a unanimous decision win.
Ladies and gentlemen, this decision goes in favor of your winner via unanimous decision. In the red corner, representing IBN Puerto Rico, Julian Riviera Ortiz.
So Ortiz gets it and goes through, and he sweeps that final round 10-9. And there was that strong left hand towards the end of the second round. That round was maybe in the balance, and that changed everything. He hurt his man. He won that second round as a courtesy of it, and then he picked his punches well in that third round against an opponent who had the wind taken out of his sails by that single shot. And Ortiz progresses to the next round.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest in Ring A is in the 63.5 kilogram light welterweight division. Your referee in charge of the action from the UAE will be Sultan Al-Wali. Introducing first, coming into the red corner representing the Czech Republic, David Karbas.
Karbas with a win against Matías Arosemena of Ecuador in the first round, stopping him with a body shot.
And his opponent comes into the blue corner representing Albania, Ani Haxhillari.
Haxhillari, 26 years old, from Tirana, living in Germany, 3-0 as a pro. This is Karbas, boxed at the European Under-23s earlier in the year. People who saw him in his first fight, which was in the other ring, were impressed with him.
Your judges for this contest come from Kyrgyzstan, Afghanistan, Romania, Azerbaijan, and Serbia.
Haxhillari, one of a number of fighters who are here in Dubai, who boxed in the World Championships in Liverpool back in September. He's boxed at the Euros, he's boxed at the World Champs in Tashkent a couple of years ago. So some good experience there. More experience on his side than Karbas has. Karbas, Czech Republic in red, Haxhillari, Albania in blue.
Round one.
Two southpaws here. Tall, rangy fighter, Karbas. Long levers. Trying to hook off the jab there, Haxhillari, didn't quite pull it off. No one's landed anything yet, really. Just over a minute gone in round one. Smearing right hand there from Haxhillari. I don't think quite made it. Right hand there just caught Karbas standing a bit tall. Weight in the heels slightly. Different kind of styles here. There's quite a lot of movement at times from Karbas. Haxhillari's more compact. Good jab there from Haxhillari. Left hand got through as well. And then goes down to the body. He's just beginning to build a bit of momentum here, the Albanian. Good left hand into the body there from Karbas. Dipped his knees through it nice and long. Just leaning in there, Karbas, trying to tempt Haxhillari, backing his hand speed, and he let go with the jab there, Haxhillari, and he got there first. Decent combination from the Albanian again there. And a right hand, a solid right hand, and the referee steps in with a standing count. Just demonstrates his balance there. Karbas, he was caught on the move as it landed, but it was solid. He's had a good round here, Haxhillari. He's picked his punches well. There's quite a lot going on in front of you from Karbas at times, those long levers, arms and legs. Looking to distract, to mesmerise a bit, and he wasn't having it. Good work with the jab there. And there was the right hand right at the end of the round. Just caught him around about the ear, and I think that it did very briefly just scramble him. 10-9s across the board there for Haxhillari. That was 100% his round.
Seconds out. Round two.
So into the second, and the fighter in red needs this second round now. Looking to take the outside here, Karbas, then swoop in and try and land. Again, just dropped his height and threw the left hand into the body there. He's not panicking here. He's not coming out throwing, knowing that he needs this second round. You never know what the coaches have told their fighter. They know that he needs this second round. But you don't want to spook anyone. He is young. And he needs to keep it long if that's the plan. But he just closes the gap well there, Haxhillari. And the right hand got through. Jab was just short there from the fighter in blue. But he's poised there. Look at that left hand. Look at where it is. I've described it as cocked and ready for a number of fighters, but that's exactly what that is. He's got his eyes fixed firmly on the target. The lead hand's quite low, but his stance is good. His balance is good. He's locked on. And he's got that left hand ready to fire at all times. Lead right hand again, he closes the gap quick, as I just said. Long left again there, makes contact. And I think this is what Karbas has struggled with to an extent. I think he feels sometimes that he's out of range, and it turns out he's not. Into the final minute of round 2. After this, we've got our light middleweights. They're both through left hands, but it was Haxhillari's which was the better of the two. Good jab, again there from the Albanian. Very calm. Strong left hand again there from him, from Haxhillari. Final 10 seconds of the second round. And by my reckoning, he's taking the second round as well, Haxhillari, and that will give him a big lead going into the third and final round. Picked his punches nicely again. Bit of work to the body there at the end of the round from Karbas. And another 10-9 sweep, so a 2-point lead with all 5 judges, which is going to be incredibly difficult for Karbas to turn around.
Third and final round.
So final round, Karbas has got to put his foot on the gas here, throw caution to the wind a bit. That's all he can do really. He needs 10-8, he needs something big. And that may well give more openings for Haxhillari. But he's got to land on him, he's got to detonate here, Karbas. He's got to hurt him. Haxhillari just getting a hold of him though and turning him, smothering him, just negating that aggression, nullifying it effectively. Good strong left hand there from Haxhillari, lands a right as well as Karbas comes forward. It's not happening for David Karbas in this fight, and that's down to his opponent. Clash of heads, I think, between the two of them, was it? Is there a bit of damage? He's been brought over to the doctor. Doctor's having a look at him. Just on the corner of the eye, maybe. There doesn't really seem to be anything there, to be honest. Decent combination there from Haxhillari. He's fought a really good fight. Composed, picked his punches well. Movement's been good. As I say, his ability to close the distance nice and quick and cover more ground than his opponent maybe feels like he's going to be able to, is a neat trick. left into the body there from Karbas. Closing stages. Lead hand again there from Haxhillari. He's tried his best here in the final round, Karbas. But Haxhillari taking a 2-point lead with all of the judges going into that final round will have made his way through, regardless really of how that is scored. Worst case scenario, he's lost that round 10-9. I'd say he's probably won that round again. And that's a good performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, the decision goes in favor of your winner via unanimous decision. In the blue corner, representing Albania, Ani Haxhillari.
So Haxhillari with a win. Good performance right from the start. Handled his opponent very, very well. And that concludes our action with the light welters. And next up, we've got 4 fights at light middleweight.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next contest in Ring A is in the 71 kilogram light middleweight division. Your referee for this contest from Tunisia is Chokri Arighi. Introducing first, coming into the ring in the red corner, representing Moldova, Vasil Sebutari. And his opponent coming into the blue corner, representing Libya, Khalida Amidha.
So in the red corner there, Vasily Chebutari of Moldova, 19-0 as a pro. I've seen him box as a pro quite a bit. Bronze medalist in the Europeans in 2024, World Championship appearances.
Judges for this contest come from
2023 and
Kazakhstan,
2021.
Serbia, Armenia, Morocco, and Afghanistan.
Khalida Amidha beat Yusuf Diallo. I say beat, it was a walkover. He was scheduled to fight in the first preliminary round. In the end, it wasn't necessary. When you watch him as a pro, I've always felt that Chebutari had a style that was quite suited to amateur boxing, and you can see from what he's won and the level he's been at that clearly it is, but he's already had a lot of professional fights at just 23 years old. I remember seeing him on an Alex Krasiuk card in Kiev back at the end of 2022, and I like the look of him that night.
Round one.
So Chebotaray in the red, Almeida in the blue. 71 kilos, light middleweight division. Physically, he's developed quite a bit since the last time I saw him in the flesh, Chebotaray. He's a lot more solid, a lot stronger. That's to be expected. Caught a right hand there. Nice crunching right hand straight down the pipe from Almeida. He's looking to throw that right hand, Almeida. He's done it a couple of times already. Shaped to throw it there and just thought better of it. Leads off with it. Quite often you see fighters peer out of the ring at that big screen. That's not their ring. I'm sure they realise that fairly rapidly. Just fell short with the right hand there, Almeida, and Chebotaray almost made him pay, not quite. The left hand wasn't far off landing clean. Left hand there from Chebotaray just caused Almeida to gather himself and take a step backwards. Right hand again there from Almeida. Final 20 seconds of round one. That right hand is what Almeida looks for. He landed it a few times as well. But all the judges going the way of the red corner. 10-9s across the board there in favour of Chebotaray.
Seconds out. Round two.
So into the second, the gum shield coming out straight away there. I think a little right hand landed on the inside and maybe he didn't have that. Well, it's the blue corner actually, so Chebotaray was biting down. Kept his gum shield in, even though I think he did get landed on there with the right. Looking to let that right-hander go there, Almeida. Chebotaray just doing decent work on the ropes. Stepped off to his left-hand side. Decent use of the jab there from the Moldovan. And to call 5 scores in that opening round, I thought Almeida was maybe a touch hard done by there, could have got something. Looking for the left uppercut there, Chabakari, didn't quite land it. Midway through the contest, right into the body from Chabatari. Big swing and a miss there from Almeida. Good jab there from Chabatari. Again, he looks to stick that right hand. Chabatari catches Almeida with the left, pursues him with the right. Left into the body from Chabatari, closing stages of round 2. And similar flavour to that second round as we tasted in the first, really. And the judges all went in favour of Chabatari, who picked some decent punches. Almeida marauding forward, didn't land that right hand as much. And on the balance of that, I feel like we're going to see a repeat of the scores we saw in the opening round, which we'll see Chabatari with 1 foot in the next round, and that's exactly what it is. 10-9, 20 points to 18 with all 5 judges. It's been quite incident-free so far, this fight. I suspect it may stay that way. He doesn't need it to be incident-packed this final round, that's for sure.
Third and final round.
So third and final round. Vasily Chabatari of Moldova with a healthy lead here, with all 5 judges against Khalida Almeida of Libya. And Almeida just trying to work that right hand. Chabatari in the corner, leans back into the ropes, gets a hold of his man. Almeida just trying to shrug him off. He's been quite cute in this fight, Chabatari. As I say, he's picked some decent shots, nothing massive. Catches the right hand there, though. Left hand from Chabatari, going to the corner voluntarily there, really, knowing that Almeida will come in and try and ping him with the right. Left hand into the body. Referee doesn't like that. He gestured towards the canvas and then whipped the uppercut up and caught Almeida. It was a good manoeuvre, actually. In pro boxing, you might get away with that. You definitely won't in amateur boxing. Almeida just barreling him back into the neutral corner. this is more like it, just a little bit of needle between the two. Didn't really have a fight break out in the first couple of rounds, and we're getting one now. And this really isn't what you need to be doing if you're Chebotary in a final round of a fight where you've got a comfortable lead. Almeida was bound to come after him, but he just riled him up a little bit here into the final minute. Looking for the uppercut there, Almeida. Telegraphed it a bit. Good body work there from Chebotary. Almeida just digging in. You see the effort on his face there as he looked for that left. Good combination there from Chebotary. Just worked his hands well. Final few seconds. So that's going to be a win for Vasily Chebotary. He took the first 2 rounds. And that kind of a lead going into the final round, your opponent really has to switch it on, and that didn't happen in that final round. And that's a relatively straightforward passage through to the next stage for Chebotary. Almeida was trying to bring it with that right hand, but although he did land a few in the first round, Chebotary quite quickly worked out how to nullify it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the decision goes in favor of your winner via unanimous decision. In the red corner, representing Moldova, Vasily Chebotary.
And it's another set of 10-9s. You can tell that from the scores there. So 3-0 with all 5 judges.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest in Ring A is in the 71 kilogram light middleweight division. Your referee in charge of the action from Kyrgyzstan is Bekzad Abdurashidov. Introducing first, coming into the red corner, representing Brazil, Edison de Jesus Araujo. And his opponent comes into the blue corner, representing the Republic of South Africa, Blessing Nziana.
So there's Araujo. Some international experience. Has boxed at the Strandjet, the famous old tournament, held in Sofia, Bulgaria. 29 years old.
Your judges for this contest come from Palestine, Romania, Azerbaijan, Latvia, and Tajikistan.
And we saw Blessing Nziana at the World Youth Championships in 2024, representing South Africa.
Round one.
Big left hand to start things off with from Araujo. A bit of a theme we've seen from our Brazilian fighters in this ring has been hard punching, deliberate hard punching, and a standing count there early on. They've looked purposeful, the Brazilian fighters I've seen in ring 8. Not looking to really waste anything, and when they let their hands go, they mean to punch hard and do some damage. And he just needs to get himself together here, Unziana. Keep it compact. Give himself just a chance to settle. Left hand into the body there from Araujo. Combination from Unziana. And he just managed to pull away from that left hook, Unziana. And when he throws himself, he's pretty open. That left hook again there, the chin comes up. Goes down to the body there, Araujo, and then brings it up to the head. Uppercut from Araujo was very close to detonating. Long right hand from him. Left to the body as Unziana steps in. He's letting his hands go here though, the South African. Walks onto a right hand. Looks to try and throw the jab. Long left hand into the body, deep into the final minute of round one. Plenty of leather been thrown here. And he's standing his ground here, Unziana. I feared for him a bit, to be honest, after the start that he made and how open he looked. Left hand there from Unziana. Referee saying it was a bit on the slappy side. Good left landed there, though, with the knuckle part of the glove. And a right hand into the body. And he's grown into this as the round has progressed. And he's finishing it nicely, long right hand. It won't be enough to win the round, but it'll be enough to give him some real confidence. He looks a bit ungainly at times. But he's got some chops, that's for sure. He got caught a little bit cold, I think, with the shot that we've just seen there, where the referee steps in for the standing count. He didn't really look hurt, but when he throws, he is open at times. A left hook came really close, an uppercut came close. 10 lines across the board for Araujo.
Seconds out.
And when you take the ring with a hairdo like that, you can't be getting stopped in the first round. Shows a bit of confidence in itself.
Round two.
Plenty of body on offer there from Unziana. Look how high those gloves are. Oh, and he's wobbled him. He's wobbled him there with a good, strong shot. And the legs are not solid. They are not solid at all. He's trying to demonstrate to the referee that he's okay to continue, but the referee says no. And he's absolutely right, the ref there as well, because you saw the legs just stiffen after that punch landed. And the referee's not going to let him go on. He's finished the fight. He's called the fight over. Arujo doesn't like it at all, not one little bit. But you could see that the legs weren't solid. And the referee will not take a chance with it. And what a performance that is from Blessing Unziana, because he didn't start that well. But it doesn't matter how you start, because he finished it. He still hasn't completely got his balance back there, I don't think, Arujo. He will argue until his dying day that he was fine to continue there, but you saw the reaction that that punch got, and what a turnaround.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by RSC in the blue corner, representing the Republic of South Africa, Blessing Unziana.
Unziana with the win. Standing count after about 10-15 seconds. Things looked a bit perilous in that first round, but he's done the business, and that's boxing. That is boxing. He lands the combination, and look at the legs, left followed by a right. And the effect it had, it was really obvious. That back leg, it's usually the back leg, it just will not do what you want it to do. The signals from the brain are not quite getting through. That limb just takes on a mind of its own, and the referee was right to stop that and wave it off. He really was. So next up, Thailand in the form of Withea Chansum, and he will be in with Arnold Gonzalez from America in the IBA Pro category.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest in Ring A is in the 71 kilogram light middleweight division. Your referee for this contest from Latvia is Sergei Petrunian. Introducing first into the red corner, representing IBA Pro, Arnold Gonzalez. And his opponent boxes out of the blue corner and represents Thailand, Withea Chansum.
So there's Gonzalez, 30 years old, boxing out of New York, 18-1 as a pro. Boxed in the Golden Gloves as an amateur.
Your judges for this contest come from Egypt, Kazakhstan, Colombia, Italy, and Azerbaijan.
And Chansum got to the last stage of the Asian under-22s last year, 23.
Round one.
So this is our penultimate fight of the night. Again, we're in the 71 kilo division. Arnold Gonzalez, IBA Pro in the red. Chansum, Thailand in the blue. The IBA Pro category created for fighters who have turned professional and find themselves in one of the following circumstances. Either their country doesn't have a recognised organisation that would ordinarily send to this kind of tournament, or they do, but they're not registered with the IBA, or they are registered with the IBA, but they don't admit professionals into the setup. And that's the case with the USA. Well, the USA actually is checking a couple of those boxes. They're not currently registered with the IBA, and also on their programme, like GB and some others, they don't admit fighters who have turned pro. It's an individual thing, country by country, they make their decision on that. Looking for that long right hand there, Chansum. I don't think he quite landed it, but he threw it well, straight down the middle. Gonzalez just trying to inch in with that front foot. Chansum needs to work that lead hand. Steps in and bangs to the body with the right. On a wrestle on the inside, you'd imagine that Gonzalez would get the better of it. You look at them physically and it's hard to believe that he wouldn't, but I'm just looking at that left arm there of Chansum, the left bicep. He's pretty solid himself, actually. The heads are always going to be a bit of a problem when you've got fighters of these kinds of heights, because he doesn't have to bring it in low, really, Gonzalez, for it to be a problem. He can just bring it in a normal height, and he does box out of a little bit of a crouch, and it'll look like he's bringing his head up into Chansum at times, and that might be what is literally happening physically, but there's no real intent behind it. He's not doing it deliberately. Right hand there from Chansum. Good example there. He just dips, kind of scurries in behind the jab, and the head's low. Bit of a scrappy round, that.
Seconds out.
And as a result of the scrappiness of it, it's split scoring. 3-2 in favour of the blue corner, which is with their Chansum of Thailand. That's good from Chansum. Good distance, throwing that 1-2. Then looks for the left of the body. He could keep this at range. Just try and crack Gonzalez with that jab 1-2 as he comes in. Gonzalez has got to keep that head on the move as he comes forward. Just poised and ready there, Chanson. Waiting for Gonzalez to come forward. He didn't, so he took that space himself. Through the 1-2, and again just digs his toes in. Jab, right hand, left hook, then steps off. And that's what you need to do against a guy like this. Gonzalez will want you to stay in front of him. He'll want you to go back in straight lines. Jab, double jab, right hand, step off. Keep him turning, keep him moving. Good jab from Gonzalez. There it is from Chanson. He throws a 1-2 there. And eventually he does move when Gonzalez comes forward, but don't stand there and admire your work. Throw the 1-2 and then move. Good work with the jab there again from Gonzalez. This is where he wants Chanson. He needs to get on him now. He's having a decent spell here. Punches into the body, down he goes. No knockdown, says the referee. I think that was mainly the features disappearing. Gonzalez just wades in with a hook and gives Chanson a chance there to get hold of him. We would have seen that coming from a way out. And he's holding on for as long as he can here. And the referee needs to get in a bit quicker there, I think. Final few seconds of round 2, and Gonzalez was just beginning to make a bit of an impact towards the end there. Before that, Chanson was doing well. Gonzalez needs his feet to slow down. He needs him to hold his feet a bit more and stay in front of him longer, which is exactly what you can't be doing if you're the Thai fighter. And we got split scoring again in that round, and that makes it interesting. So after 2 rounds, it's 2-1, if you like, to Chanson.
Seconds out.
He leads by 2 points with 2 of the judges. Gonzalez has got a 2-point lead with another judge, and there's 2 cards level.
Third and final round.
So those 2 level cards really are where it's at the minute. Chanson needs one of them to take it with the 5 scoring judges ringside. But of course, if it finishes 3-2 with our 5 judges, then we go to our 2 extra scores from ringside. Short right hand there from Chanson, and then hooking on the move. Good shot there. And he span him around there, Gonzalez. Landed that punch and span him around. Gonzalez just continues to come forward. And a bit of the pop has gone off the shots, I think, here from Chanson. Good jab there from Gonzalez. He's got to keep rumbling in here, because the signs for me that Chanson is fading a bit. Not much on that jab he threw there, the fighter in blue. Well, that was better, just caught Gonzalez as he was coming forward. And again, he leads off with that hook, and that hasn't really worked for him. Come forward, move the head, throw a jab, move in that way. That has worked for him. That lead left hook, he can see it. Chanson can see it. It gives him a chance to tie him up. Trying to muscle in that right hand there, Gonzalez. Heading into the final minute There's nothing in this, as we know. Just trying to get on the move a little bit here, Chanson, towards the final stages. Gonzalez has been the aggressor in this round, as he has been in the entire fight. And I don't think Chanson himself has been as effective as he's been in previous rounds. Gonzalez, he's just got a few seconds left here. He needs to just try and finish strong here. Right hand comes in. Bell goes for the end of the fight. And it all comes down to the scores, as it always does. I felt that final round was a Gonzalez round.
Ladies and gentlemen, the decision goes in favor of your winner via split decision. In the blue corner, representing Thailand with Hea Chanson.
And Chanson gets it, a rueful look on the face there of Gonzalez. It was a very close fight, a 4-1 split, 3-2 splits in every single round, slightly different ways, and that's why we got 4-1. And the interesting thing is that if it had been 3-2 to Chanson, then it would have gone to the bout review, and Gonzalez would have got it, because the 2 extra scores, they both had him winning, so that's how close it was. So we've got one more fight for you on day 4. And there it is, Ikhtiar Nishonov and Alex Skansos.
Ladies and gentlemen, our final contest of the evening in Ring A is in the 71 kilogram light middleweight division. Your referee in charge of the action from Tajikistan is Akmaljon Abdullayev. Introducing first, coming into the red corner representing Kyrgyzstan, Ikhtiar Nishonov. And his opponent comes into the blue corner representing Australia, Alex Skansos.
So there's Nishonov in the IBA Pro category, 2-0 as a pro, representing Kyrgyzstan, born in Kyrgyzstan rather. Boxed at the World Championships, won a couple of fights, then lost to Seiwon Okazawa. Boxed at the Asian Championships in 2023, plenty of experience.
Your judges for this contest come to you from Serbia, Colombia, Romania, Sri Lanka and Tunisia.
Skansos, 24, from Melbourne, a silver medal at the Oceanian Championships recently, lost to Kendu Stephen, who we saw in this ring yesterday. So Skansos, Australia, Nishanov. I said originally IBA Pro, that was incorrect. He is in fact representing his native Kyrgyzstan.
Round one.
So final fight of the night. Nishanov in the red, Skansos in the blue. Big right hand there from Nishanov early on, and a left hand drops Skansos, and I think the fight is over in a matter of seconds. Right hand stunned him, got him where he wants him. He then hit him with the left hand, and he dropped down to his knees straight away, and the referee did exactly the right thing. He just waved it over immediately. Sometimes you know, and that was one of those instances. Wow, that was over double quick. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a quicker stoppage than that. There's the right hand that caught him on the side of the head, and there's the left. As he was throwing, clipped him on the chin and just took everything away from him. And it's one of these things in boxing you kind of do and don't like to see it. It's an incredible moment when somebody does something like this. It's what makes the sport so dramatic, but you have to feel for Skansos because he's trained hard for this, and for it to be over really before it's even begun, it's cruel, but thrilling at the same time. And Nishanov just standing right above us. There's not a bead on him, he is bone dry. And Skansos being walked across to his corner. That's the sport, it happens. But he got dropped heavy there. What a way to finish. We had a tremendous knockout to finish our afternoon session, courtesy of Martinez of Spain, and it's happened again. I didn't get the clock on it, but I'm not sure that was much more than 10 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this contest by knockout in the red corner, representing Kyrgyzstan, Ikhtiar Nishanov.
Shake of hands between the two.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes boxing for this evening. Boxing will resume again tomorrow at 5 p.m. in both rings.
I'm bowing to all four corners of the ring, and what a way to finish. As I said, what a way to finish. And we could have run this replay right from the start of the fight because, as I say, it can't have been much more than 10 seconds. The right hand there on the side of the head just stunned him really, and then the left hand chopped in. It got him on the point of the chin, and down he went. The referee immediately waved it over. And there are the Kyrgyzstan supporters. And Nishanov progresses to the next round. So that concludes matters. And let's just have a scan through what we've seen this evening. And some good performances. Really good fight between Ibarreche and Popov, which we expected. We always thought that would be a good matchup. And Ziana Blessing with a dramatic turnaround, RSC in the second round, and then that knockout for Nishanov in the final contest. Thanks for joining us once again. We will see you again tomorrow.